So this really is going to require one of your best tee shots. Semi-blind second shot, a relatively big green.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Players aren't just grabbing any old golf club these days, Frank. It's about spin rate and launch angle and all of those sorts of concepts.
Yeah, and the grooves, all those things help the player. Even the loft on wedges now. Loft is increased. We now see 64, 65 degree sand on, so they get the ball up quicker and it stops quicker.
Second shot. Good look at the green. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Even par early on.
Hey, boo-boo. What you on house O today?
Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
Frank, when they say there's no line of play here at Chambers Bay, what exactly do they mean?
Well, most links courses, Rich, you have relatively wide fairways, and there's a sort of a big move in golf now that maybe we should go back to that and not so much manicured rough. We are, playing within the environment, and the fact that there's virtually no trees at around in the wind, so you've got to have wider fairways, and therefore you really determine how you're going to play the golf course. It's not structured by purely the design of the hole.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in one. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Nicely done.
Shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Frank, here on the 4th tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one. Fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. On the green in regulation.
Well, Rich, if he can make this one, add it to that string of birdies.
Generating some momentum now. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Well, Frank, here at the 5th, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway, that is, by bunkers left and right. And those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
Damn it.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Respectable shot right there. 20 feet or so from the hole. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Two under par for the round. Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is. Once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though. And everything is in front of you.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Three's company. It's good company on the card. Another birdie, make it 3 on the round. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Damn it.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Solid play, heart of the green. Locked in on the read and the speed. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole.
What the fuck?
Now at -2 for the day. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the play. So use that to your advantage. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. Finishing up our front side here at the 9th. It's a par 3. And Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's an absolute stunner, really, because of the views. And this is where you realize that links golf, minus trees and minus some of the things we see on other golf courses, can still look absolutely beautiful. But don't look at the scenery too much, because you've got, well over 200 yards here. Even though it's elevated, it still requires a good tee shot. But a little 2 here, and you might just have yourself a good outward 9.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Damn.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up 1. Hard to be perfect in this game. That's a bogey. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light spot.